Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. Well, we have a long stretch, though, of hot days and warm nights on the way as we march through the first month of meteorological fall. KXAN's chief meteorologist, Bannin, is looking into the connection to climate change with all this.
Yeah, so far this meteorological fall, which began September 1st, our cooler nights have been offsetting some of our hotter days. So we've had a fairly average start to the month of September. But over the next week, that changes with above average temperatures for more of the time, including our nighttime lows and daytime highs. So this is what's happened so far. Looking at the red boxes here, you can see all the above average highs, and it's a fairly even split between some of the below average highs in the blue boxes, although a couple triple digits really stand out as some of, if not the hottest temperature of the year so far actually came here this month. Well, you can see where the numbers are going to go here for the next week. Every single day of the next 7 days above average, not necessarily by a lot, but between about 2 to 4 degrees warmer than we should be for this time of year over the next 7 days. And in fact, warming falls is actually a trend that is largely to blame climate change for. According to some data and research done by Climate Central, our fall season, that is September, October, November, has warmed almost 4 degrees in Austin since 1970. You can see the ups and the downs, and the general trend is for 4 degrees of warmth here since 1970. And the U.S. as a whole is seeing warmer falls than we used to. The area is seeing more of that warming, though, meaning 4 degrees or warmer than the 1970s, focused largely on the southwestern U.S. as well as the upper Midwest, too. The area is seeing lower temperature changes, but still warmth and more growing warmth are parts of the southeastern U.S. And of course, we'll continue to track the numbers as we head through this meteorological fall, which is still very early days so far. Here's how it looks from our downtown Austonian weather camera. Sunshine, scattered clouds, dry. No spotty showers yet on radar here today. We only had a couple of them yesterday in our eastern counties. But with high pressure overhead, generally speaking, not expecting much in the way of rain chances at all over the next week, although a couple of days may sneak in an eastern county shower. This high pressure is going to start sneaking off to the northeast here as we go into the weekend, and then start to settle over and near Chicago as we get into early next week. So while the center of it, the strongest part of it, will not be over us, still broad areas of sinking air and high pressure will still affect us here in central Texas, keeping rain out of the forecast and keeping us warmer than normal and also drier than normal. That high starts to shift southwest, at least the center of it, by the middle of next week, but will still be under the influence of its sinking air at least through Wednesday. There are some signs, though, that a northwest flow by middle or even end of next week may start to introduce a few shower and storm chances, but we've got none of that on our 7-day forecast for now. Plenty of heat statewide, 90s. Of course, 90s is typical for September, but we should be in the low 90s instead of the middle and upper 90s. So we are still a little warm. Going into the evening, middle and low 90s here through 7. Then we drop down into the upper 60s and low 70s to begin your day tomorrow. Pretty similar to the temperatures we started with this morning. Then upper 80s here by noon. And then we'll be heading back into the middle and upper 90s here for tomorrow afternoon. And as far as the sky coverage goes, I think a lot of days are going to look like today. Plenty of clear sky going into your evening tonight. There'll be a lot of sun here tomorrow. There'll be some clouds that bubble up a little bit in the afternoon, and the tiniest chance that a shower could sneak in to our eastern counties here tomorrow afternoon. The thing about Sunday, though, is we expect more clouds, mid-level and high clouds, not the type of clouds that look all that ominous, but more clouds getting in the way of the blue sky a little bit may help to push the temperatures down slightly. So mostly clear night tonight, seasonably warm. 72 for our overnight low forecast. We'll go 97 on Saturday. Mostly sunny skies Saturday, but there'll be more clouds around on Sunday. That helps to knock us down to 96. Here's a look at our first warning weather 7-day forecast. Not a lot of variety here, but I'll try and point out the differences day to day. Mostly sunny on Monday, 95. A few more scattered clouds Tuesday and Wednesday, where we're up to 96. And then back to 95, mostly sunny Thursday, mostly sunny Friday, and 96.